Can I help you? That's me. Can we step out on the sidewalk?
Yeah. Do you have an ID on you though, before we get too far? I just want to make sure you grab it if it's in the house. Can you pull it out of there for me just so I can write down the information? Okay. You realize I have a camera here too?
I have a camera. Okay.
That's fine.
Your camera, I can't rely on it.
Okay.
All right. I've had about 4 or 5 videos made. I had to tell you the reason I'm videoing you is up to 64 years old, I never had anything to do with any police department in this country. I lived in every place. I don't have a record. If you look at my record up to 64 years old, when I got arrested in my front yard here for missing a court date that I never got served on, okay, now I go and I get the videos.
Okay, that's fine.
But when I go and get the videos, it isn't like on TV when they have a football coach or the mayor or somebody like that where you can see everything clearly on the video. Okay? I'm trying to preface our meeting.
I understand.
I'm trying to preface our... Okay, let's step out on the sidewalk.
Totally okay with you.
I really don't have a lot of feelings for the Buckeye Police Department.
I'm sorry you got bad.
Well, if you were to sit here and listen to what I had to say, you'd understand.
I believe you.
Okay? The Buckeye Police Department today is probably a much different department than it was 10 and 5 years ago. Okay. I'm sure there's been a lot of turnover in personnel, right, and the way they view the law and civil rights. It wasn't that way 5 years ago. Okay. In fact, I'm about a week away, the 17th, 6 years ago on the 17th of January. For the first time in my life, I was thrown in jail. I was cuffed in my front yard after I showed somebody my ID.
Okay.
And when I showed them my ID, they immediately put the cuffs on me because some judge who was on reprimand from a higher court and who was on a watchdog group, a judicial watchdog group, called this judge a judicial misfit. Okay. He swore out a warrant to have me arrested and thrown in jail. All right? All right, now let's start. What's your problem today?
Well, you're just getting served. It's called an injunction against harassment, okay? It's for Alan Campbell. I don't know how you know him, but he no longer wishes to have any contact with you.
I have a video. Can I show it to you?
If you want to.
Well, it shows him strip mining the lake of golf balls like a Grinch. And I was on my yard. It was like the arrest video. Now, if I can ask, have you heard anything about the assault charge that I filed against the golfer last week here?
I have no idea. This is the first time I've ever even heard your name, sir.
All right.
This is the very first time I've ever heard your name.
Well, I can show you a video if you have time, if you really want, if you're here investigating, or you're serving me.
All I'm serving is paperwork. That's
well,
all I'm doing.
what judge served that? What judge signed that?
Let's see.
What judge signed it?
Judge Brewer.
Judge Brewer.
Yep.
He's a local boy. All right, I think they own a real estate agent or
Judge Brewer's a female.
Is it
Maria
a female?
Brewer.
Maria Brewer.
Yeah, her name's on here. It's got the steel and everything.
All
All
right.
the information's right here, and I'm gonna give you a copy. All I really need is just to verify your identity through your identification card. I'll give you this paperwork, and you can read through it.
Do you mind explaining? Because I'm not a lawyer. We don't have a lawyer here.
I'm not a lawyer either.
All right. Could you you deal with the law more than I do?
Sure.
All
I'll
right.
explain it to you, okay? So it says, from here on out, after you've been served this paperwork, that you shall have no contact with Alan, except through attorneys, legal process, court hearings, and that's it. That's the only contact you're allowed to have with him. If you violate this court order by contacting him in any other way, besides through attorneys, legal process, court hearings, you can be arrested, okay? Not saying that you will, I'm saying that you can be. But that's what this is for. This is an injunction against
Okay.
harassment.
It's now, if you allow me to talk,
Go ahead.
okay. I have a pretty clean record up until I moved to Buckeye. In fact, it was spotless up to where I moved from until I moved to Buckeye and started dealing with the Buckeye political machine, the mayor's office, the HOA. But I have a video in there if you want to look at it. You can, and you can take, I'm going to take it into court.
Okay.
But Mr., what's his last name? Campbell, right?
Yeah.
Mr. Campbell is like, well, he's not a year-round resident here.
Okay. Seasonal.
He's a seasonal resident.
Okay.
The first day that he gets here, he gets up. He's even admitted it to a policeman last year. We've gone round and round. I've got several videos. I went down and got the video of when the policeman came to his house last year. This isn't the first call.
Okay.
All right? I've got the video where he told the policeman that all he does is get up before dawn every morning and walk onto the course for a walk. And if he finds a golf ball along the way, he picks it up. Okay?
Yeah.
What has started and what has prompted Mr. Campbell's problem with me is every morning I'm on the corner of my property with a video camera, and I record Mr. Campbell 15 minutes before dawn every morning walking down to that lake with a wand and a bag, and he walks around that lake picking up every golf ball in the lake.
Is he not allowed to?
Well, he didn't pay a greens fee.
I don't know the golf course's rules.
Well, here's my... I'm trying to level the playing field, and this is a sense of goodwill, and I'm going to try to get this across, and I'm glad you're here, because I've got it here on my video that I explained it to you.
Yeah.
That lake right there, many golfers carry a water wand in their bag.
Okay.
All right? They're fishermen. They're not only golfers, but they're fishermen, so that when they get done hitting a ball, whenever there's a body of water, if they're riding with somebody, they go, you take the car, I'll meet you up at the green. This goes on every day on this lake. Now, the people who buy greens fees on Thursday and hit 50 or 60 balls in that lake, and they don't have the time to look for them because they have to keep the pace of play moving, what happens is they paid it forward. Now, the next day, say I came up with an idea that every morning I'm going to get up early, I'm going to drive across town fast, I want to be the first guy out, I want the first crack at that lake with my water wand, because I know it got played heavy, and every time I play here with my friends, all I see is balls going that lake. So every morning I get up, I get up early, I want to be the first golfer out every morning, and every morning for 3 years since Mr. Campbell has been here, every morning that golfer did that, when he hit the ball, he was the first golfer off. That means he probably left in the summer or near when it's getting lighter at 5 in the morning, he teed off. At 5:30, he finally gets here. He makes his cut, takes his cut at the green, tells his buddy, give me my wand, I'm going to walk down. We're the first ones here. It's a Sunday morning. It got played hard yesterday. I was here yesterday. I saw balls go in the lake all day. I'm gonna go, and I paid a fee. I paid a greens fee here to be able to fish this lake this morning. For 3 years, that lake is like a lake in the Adirondacks. It's been poisoned with acid rain. Every golfer that comes out here and pays his green fee in the morning, that lake is a lake of goodwill. Now, if you want to see the video, what I did, when I talked to him the other day, I gave him a little lecture, exactly like I'm not lecturing you. I'm trying to tell you, this is my feeling. I've been playing golf for 55 years. I've never seen golf managed like it is here. To think that every house, every tee box on the front 9 is within range of a tee. Okay, try every tee box on the front 9.
You here for a second.
Go ahead. Explain this.
Seward?
Seward.
Seward? Okay.
All right. I don't talk to him. I try to avoid him.
That's okay.
He walked up to my property line the other day and took his cell phone and pointed it at my patio. Now, I never point my camera at his patio. When I'm out there in the morning, the limit of my camera when he goes off is his property line. Now, yesterday morning, he walked up here. When he got his balls, when he had about 35 balls in his bag, trying to do everything they can to get rid of me. You see that guy right there going by? Yeah. All right, he's the architectural committee man. Okay. He sends me letters. His girlfriend is there. I am under constant surveillance. I've been told that I've got a letter for being non-compliant. Now, all I do is get letters and police visits. Now, this guy's stealing golf balls out of the lake. I have everything on evidence. I got about 30 films. I told him last year, I said, I'm filming every time you do this. I can put it on YouTube anytime I want. Now, this can go on YouTube. I can put this on YouTube. And if you tell me you don't want to see the video of him walking up and harassing me on my property line from the golf course, he wasn't in his yard.
Okay.
For somebody to, well, you're coming up with the paperwork and all you're doing is making my dossier, yeah.
Well, you're going to walk into that cactus. Be careful.
Well, I walked into a cactus. I moved the buckeye.
I don't want you to get hurt. So.
Well,
I'm talking to you super calm.
Yeah, you're calm because you're holding paperwork and you have the authority.
This is an injunction. I already read it.
Well, why? Okay, I'll take the injunction, but I'm going to take my video now to a lawyer, and this is harassment on this part, and it's going to be harassment on the police. Okay?
That's your right to do.
If you want to see this video for your own peace of mind, let me show it to you.
If you want to show me, I am more than willing to see
I'd love to show it.
But I will not get screamed at while I'm inside.
I'm not screaming at you.
You're yelling, you're raising your voice.
Okay.
If you can talk to me calmly, I'll gladly see it.
Okay, listen.
I'm not going to sit here and get yelled at, okay?
All right.
I got a wife and kids at home, I get enough of that.
All right, I know.
All right.
I wouldn't take your job for the world.
Well,
I don't know. No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't take your job for the world. I wouldn't want your job. Okay. I spent 4 years in the Marine Corps during Vietnam.
Thank you for your service.
Well, no, don't even go there.
Why is
I
that?
get more of that shit. Nobody was thanking me when I got out in 1972. Everybody was telling me what an idiot I was for being in.
I wasn't alive in
You didn't walk around with your uniform on. Okay, you didn't tell anybody you were in the Marine Corps. Not if you wanted to have a quiet day.
Stuart,
all this false patriotism. All right, I'm going to bring my computer out right there, and I'm going to show you.
I'm not going to watch it if you're going to have this attitude.
This attitude is passion.
All I said was
All right. Okay, I'm not, it's not you. All right.
I know you went through hell.
No, it isn't that I went through hell. It's just I feel totally betrayed.